of witches. I've heard some being called witch. There is one in the next village, some say, and others say not, but is nothing to say. Did you fly at night on a stick? Did you see her flying?
I saw her burnt.
Tell them, what did she say?
I couldn't hear. She couldn't speak, I think. They've been questioning her. There's wrenching the head with a cord. She was brought to the stake in a cart, and men lifted her out, and the stake held her where she was tied. She'd been in the boots, you see, that break the bones.
And the wood was put round, and a fire lit just like lighting a fire. Oh, I have shrieked! I cried at these things!
She did shriek.
I longed to see that, but I might hide my face. Did you hide your face?
No, I saw it.
Did you like seeing it then?
I may have done.
Will you take me with you to London, to Scotland? Nothing happens here.
Take you with me?
Please. I'd be no trouble.
A whore? Take a whore with me?
I'm not that.
What are you then? What name would you put to yourself? You're not a wife or a widow. You're not a virgin. Tell me a name for what you are.
You're not going. Stay a bit.
I've stayed too long. I'm cold. The devil's cold. Back to my warm fire, eh?
Stay with
Get away
me,
with
please!
Get away!
Go to the devil, then! Go to hell!
Cursing is... I can out-curse you.
You foul devil, you fool bastard, damn you!
Devil take you! Whore! Whore! Damn, stupid, succubus witch!
But come back. I'll not curse. Don't you curse. We were friends just now.
You should have behaved better.
Will I see you again?
Unless I see you first.
No, but will I see you? How shall I find you?
You can call on me.
How? Where? How shall I call on you?
You know how to curse. Just call on the devil.
Don't tease me, you're not the devil. What's your name?
Lucifer, isn't it? And Beelzebub.
No, what's your name?
Darling was my name. And sweetened, till you called me devil.
I'll not call you devil. Come back. What's your name?
You won't need to know it. You won't be seeing me.
The river meadow is the one to get.
I thought the long field up the hill.
No! The river meadow for the cattle.
But Jack, for corn, think of the long field full of wheat.
He has had a bad crop 2 years now, that's why he can't pay the rent.
Yeah, but he's got no cattle. We'd be all right.
If we were to buy both fields.
Could we both?
Well, the more we have, the more we can afford.
And we'll pray God sends us sunshine.
Is that down by the river?
Alice, isn't it wondering about?
I'm surprised Mother Nooks can pay her rent.
Just the cottage isn't much.
You know, I've been wondering if we'll see them turn out.
I'm surprised she's let us stay. If we all lived like Mother Nooks, it wouldn't be the fine estate it is. And
Oh, you can't blame Alice.
oh, you can blame Alice. You can't be surprised. She's just not expecting a girl brought up by Joan Nooks.
If we were to get both fields, we'd have to hire a man to help with the harvest.
Hire a man. It's a fine idea, hire a man. Alice?
No need to wake up, Mom.
You'll catch cold out all night in this weather.
Oh, don't wake up if it's only tomorrow.
Who are you with?
Did he wake up?
No, not a sound.
Not so much bad dreams. Sleeping better.
Come, child, there's some rufflet.
What do you need?
You stay out half the night, and you don't even enjoy it. You stay in with the boy. You sit by the fire with nobody to talk to but old Vinegar Tom. I'll go out.
You go out?
Funny, isn't it? What would I do going out?
I'll stay in if you like.
Where would I go? Nobody wants an old woman.
Do you want me to stay with you more?
An old woman, wandering about in the cold.
Do you want some broth, Mom?
Who are you with? Anyone I know?
Mom, I'm sick of myself.
If we both had a man, we'd be better off.
You weren't better off. Remember, you told me you're glad he's dead. Think how he used to beat you.
We'd have more to eat. That's one thing.
Hurry up with that butter, woman.
Butter won't come.
There's other work to do.
Butter won't come.
You don't churn. You sit gossiping.
Who would I talk to?
I just heard your voice now.
Mother, no.
Always hanging about.
Her girl is no better.
Was her girl here? No.
I said be on her way, Mother, no.
You tell her.
I told her.
Well, get on with that butter. Don't always be gossiping.
I'm passing by.
Again.
I wonder, could you lend me a little yeast? I've no yeast, see. I'm fresh out of yeast. I've no bread in the house, so I thought I'd do a little baking and brew a little beer maybe, and I went to get some yeast, and I've no yeast. Who'd have thought it? No yeast at all.
You'd be better without beer.
I thought, little yeast as I was passing.
You get drunk. You should be ashamed.
To bake a couple of little small loaves.
I've no yeast.
A couple of little small loaves wouldn't take much yeast. A woman fine off with a nice field and a fine man and 4 cows and 3 pigs and plenty of apples that makes a good cider, Marjorie. Bless you, many's the time. You'd not grudge your old neighbour a loaf, would you? Bless you, Marjorie, many's the time. I've my own flour, you know. I'm not asking for flour.
I gave you yeast last week.
A small crumb of yeast and God will bless you for kindness to your poor old neighbour.
You're not so badly off, Joan Noakes. You're not in the parish.
If I was, I'd be fed. I should be on relief, then I'd not come hassling you. There's some on relief get more than me, I get nothing.
What money you get, you drink.
If you'd my troubles, Marjorie, you'd be glad of a drink. But you don't, thank God. And lend me some yeast like a good woman.
I've no yeast.
I know you, Marjorie.
What do you know?
I know you have yeast. My eyes are old, but I see through you. You're a cold woman, and getting worse. And you'll die without a friend in this parish, when if you would give to your good neighbours, everybody would bless you.
I've no yeast.
But you don't give. And they say what a mean, bitter woman and curse you.
Nobody curses me. Now get out of my dairy, stinking old woman you are, smelling of drink, coming here day in day out, begging and stealing too, I shouldn't wonder.
You'll be sorry that you spoke to me like
And
that.
a great ugly cat coming here stealing my cream.
I've always been your friend, Marjorie. Now you'll find that I'm not.
Will you get out? I'm making my butter.
Damn your butter to hell!
Will you go?
Devil take you, and your man, and your field, and your cows, and your beer, and your butter, and your cold face!
Will you get out?
What's all this? You are a lazy woman, you know that. There are things to do. Times are bad enough. And that black calf don't look too well.
Mother Noakes said damn the butter to hell.
Lazy sluts, get on with it!
Mother Noakes come begging and borrowing. She's still got that gold I gave her some medicine that time she was ill. She makes out I've been a bad neighbour to that woman. I've been good to her, years out of my mind and no return. We'll get that bowl back off her, Jack. Do you hear me? Go round Mother Noakes and get my bowl, and I will heat some horseshoes, red hot in some milk, and that will make the butter come.
Don't always talk of men. He knew what he was doing. You know what he means months. Then it never happens. They came in the woman to the time sadly.
more than a chance to do me good.
Not again. Does he know?
He wants it. I know the night it was. He said, let's hope a fine child comes back.
And what did you say?
Devil take it.
What did you say to that?
Doesn't like me swearing.
But the baby's not a year.
2 weeks late, so...
But the baby's not weaned.
The boy wasn't weaned when I started the baby.
You could go see the cunning woman.
What for?
She's a good midwife.
I don't want a midwife. Got my mother anyway. I don't want to think about it. I nearly died last time. I was 2 days.
Go and see the cunning woman. What? Just go and see.
What for?
She could say for certain.
I'm sure for certain.
She could give you a child.
They do say the pain is given to a woman for her sins. I complained last time I was churching, and he said, I must think on how Eve brought the sin into the world that got me pregnant, and I must think on how women tempts man, and how we pay God back with the pain of having the baby. So if we go against pain, we're going against God.
I hate my body.
You mustn't say that. God sent his son.
Blood every month, and no way out of that but to be sick and swell up, and no way out of that but pain. No way out of all that until we're old. And that's even worse. I can't bear to see my mother if she changes her clothes. If I was a man, I'd go to London and Scotland and never come back and take a girl under a bush and on my way.
You could go see the cunning woman.
What for?
Charm.
What for?
Love charm.
Bring him back. I don't want him back.
Did he look so wonderful? More than anyone here, they got you so low.
It was dark. I wouldn't know him again.
Not so much how he looked, how he felt.
I could do with it now, I can tell you. I could do with walking across that field again and finding him there just the same. I want a man I can have when I want, not if I'm lucky to meet some villain one night.
But you say you don't want to be married.
I don't want to be married. Look at you. Would want to be you.
What's wrong with me? Better than you?
3 babies and what? 2, 3 times a miscarriage and wonderful if he doesn't meet you.
No one's gonna marry you here because they know you here. That's why you say you don't want to be married, because no one's gonna ask you because they know you here.
It's not you I've come to see.
Never thought it was.
Well, you should have done then.
Why?
You know why.
You've come to see my mother, have you?
A business with a yes, that's why I came.
She's somewhere around, I'll get her.
No, wait. There's no hurry. Never seem to talk.
Nothing to talk about?
Oh, I forgot. I brought you something.
Thank you. What then?
Am I not handsome enough for you? Is that it?
I don't want trouble.
Who's to know? No one's to know.
If I say you're not handsome enough, will you go away?
You must, Alice. I have dreams.
You've a wife.
I'm no good to my wife. I can't do it. Not these last 3 months. It's only when I'm dreaming of you or like now.
There's someone to see you!
Alice, please, have some pity!
Mom! Can you hear me?
Alice! I've come for the bowl.
Bowl? Bowl?
Bowl my wife gave you some eggs in, you ungrateful old hag!
You're asking for your bowl. You think I wouldn't give you back your bowl? You think I'm stealing your bowl? When have I ever kept anything? I'll get your bowl and much good may it do you.
Get it in quick, damn you, or you'll feel my hand!
Why treat her like that?
Don't speak to me. Let me get the bowl and go.
and don't come back.
Alice, I'd be good to you. I'm not a poor man. I could give you things for your boy.
Go away to hell!
Here's your bowl, Jack, and the devil go with it. Get away home. I hope you've more trouble there than I have here.
You speak to me and I'll break your neck!
You lift your hand to me, may it drop off!
Go home away to hell, man.
Way to hell with him. Never liked the man. Never liked the wife.
Don't think of them, Mum. They're not worth your time. Go in by the fire. Go on. Go in and be warm. Nobody likes my mother. That's what it is why nobody wants me.
I'm sorry for what I said, Alice.
Going to see the cunning woman then?
Are you going for a love charm?
It's something to do, isn't it? It's better than waiting and waiting for something to happen. If I had a charm, I could make him just appear in front of me now. I'd do anything! Will you come?
Keep you company then. Tell her my troubles. Don't do any harm.
Hysteria is a woman's weakness. Hysteron, weak the womb. The excessive blood causes an imbalance in the humours. The noxious gases that form rise to the brain and cause behaviour quite contrary to the patient's true feelings. After bleeding, the patient must be purged and blistered.
Jack! Jack, come quick! Jack!
Now what is it?
The cabs, have you seen the cabs?
What is the woman on about?
The cabs are shaking, they have a terrible stench. Can't go near them. There's no good running. There's nothing you can do for them. They'll die like the red cow. You don't love me. Damn this stinking life to hell, cabs stinking and swelling there. No good going to see. Better stand and curse. Everything dying on us. What's that? What's that? Get out, you beast! Get out! Jack! Jack!
Oh, hold your noise!
How that nasty catch from the milk, I'll kill it if I see it again. Stinking up my clean dairy, stealing my cream. Where has it gone?
Let it go!
What do you think of those calves then? What can we do? Nothing. Nothing to be done. Can't do nothing. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Now what is it?
My head. My stomach. Jack, I feel ill.
Get up, woman! There are things to do!
Nothing.
Why me? What have I done to deserve this? Why my calves shaking? Why my wife falling down?
Oh, that was a terrible pain. I still feel it. I'm shaking.
Other people's sin aren't punished as much as we are.
We must pray to God.
We do pray to God, and He sends affliction.
Well, it must be we deserve it somehow, but I don't know how. I do my best, Jack. God knows, don't I?
Am I the only one that sins? Is it just me?
You're not a bad man, Jack.
Oh, well, I must be the worst man.
No.
Well, would God send all of this to a good man? Would He? It's my sins those calves are shaking and stinking and swelling up.
Unless it's not God.
What?
Unless it's not God sends the trouble.
The devil?
One of his servants. If we're bewitched, Jack, that explains all.
If we're bewitched?
Calves swelling, butter not coming, me struck in the head.
Then it's not my sins. Good folk get bewitched.
Good folk like us.
It's good people the witches want to hurt.
The devil can't bear to see us so good.
You know who it is?
Who?
The witch.
She cursed my butter to hell.
She cursed me when I got the bowl.
She said I'd be sorry I'd spoken to her.
She wished me trouble at home.
Devil take your man and your cow, she said, and your butter. She made the calves shake, see? She struck me in the head and in the stomach.
I'll break her neck!
Careful what she might do.
I'm not scared of an old witch!
You should be. She could kill you.
I'll kill her first.
Wait, Jack. Let's meet cunning with cunning. What we must do is take the spell off.
Well, she's not going to take it off for asking. She might for a few hard knocks!
No, Jack! We can take the spell off her and never go near her.
What we do then? Burn something?
Burn an animal alive, maybe, or bury it alive?
We'll burn the black calf then, shall we? We'll get some wood and some straw and put it in the yard, put the black calf on top and set it on fire.
That'll stink terrible.
It'll stink of witchcraft, it will.
We must pray to God to keep us safe from the devil. Praying is strong against witches.
We'll pray God help us and help ourselves too.
She'll see the fire and she'll smell it and she'll know we're fighting her back. Stinking old witch can't hurt us.
Take it or leave it, my dear. It's one to me. If you want to be rid of your trouble, you'll take it. But only if you know what you want.
It's not what I came for.
Of course it is.
I wanted to know for certain.
You know for certain?
I wanted a charm against pain.
I can come to you as your midwife near the time if you send for me and do what I can if that's all you want.
She wants to be rid of it. Well, do you want it?
I don't want it, but I don't want to be rid of it. Well, I want to be rid of it, but I don't want to do anything to be rid of it.
If you won't help yourself, you must stay as you are.
I shall pray to God.
It's no sin. You just give yourself the drink.
Oh, I don't know.
Let her go. She can come back. And you have your charm safe, Alice? I could do more for you if you could come at the young man and give him a little potion I'd let you have.
If I could come at him, he wouldn't need potion.
And you sure you have nothing of his?
He gave me nothing.
A few hairs or a drop of blood makes all the difference. It's a part of him and the powers can work on it to cool him.
I'll make sure I pull a few hairs out next time I have a lover. Come on, Susan.
For your heartache, I'll give you these herbs. Oh, to boil up in water and drink at night. Give you a sound sleep, make you think less of him.
I don't want to think less of him.
You have your sleep. There'll be other men along, if not that one. Clever girl like you could think of other things to do.
Like what?
Learn a trade.
Nothing dangerous.
Where's the danger in herbs?
Not just herbs.
Where's the danger in healing?
Not just healing, is it?
There's powers and you use them for healing or hurt. You could use them. Not everybody can.
Learn the herbs.
There's all kinds of wisdom. Bit by bit, I teach you.
I'd never thought.
There's no hurry. I don't want to unless it's what you want. You'll be coming by in a few days to leave me a little something since I have to live and I wouldn't charge you. And then you can tell me how you got on with your young man and what you're thinking.
Yes, I'll be coming by, thank you. Good night. What are you standing there for, Susan? Susan?
Maybe I'll take the potion with me and see when I get home whether I take it.
Don't be afraid if it makes you sick. It's to do you good. I am not saying that I can't do anything. But if I can't, it's because you've left it for too late.
Lift your hand to me, she said. May it drop off. The next day, it went stiff.
We want to be certain. I've spoken to others and they've things against her as well. She's cursed and scolded 2 or 3, one's lame now and the other lost her hen. While we were talking the other day, we thought of her great cat that's always in my dairy, stealing my cream. What's that? I said, didn't I? And it was that cat, and I was struck down with a blow to the head. That's her mark sent by Satan.
There's a rat. It ran out of her yard and into ours. And I went at it with a pitchfork. And the spikes turned aside and nearly went into my own foot. By her foul magic!
But you don't like to think of your neighbour. Time was she was neighbourly enough. Oh, if I knew for certain it was her, I'd be easier.
I shouted at her over the fence. I said, I'll have you hanged, you old strumpet. Burnt and hanged. She cursed me again.
We burnt a calf to save our calves, but it was too late. If I knew it was her, I could be easier in my mind and act against her more easy.
I have a glass here. A cloudy glass. You look in the glass, so, and see if any faces comes into it.
Come on, Jack, don't be afraid.
I don't like it.
It's good magic, friends of witch.
Look in the glass and think of all the misfortunes you've had and see what comes.
I don't see anything, do you?
No.
Nothing still.
Well, don't keep talking.
Look.
What?
Did you see something move in the glass? Oh, my heart's beating so.
It's too dark.
Look.
I did see something.
It's the witch.
It was her, sure enough.
Oh, Mother Noakes, isn't it? Oh, it was Mother Noakes. Oh.
Saw Mother Noakes in that glass.
There then, you have what you came for.
Prove she's a witch then?
Not for me to say one's a witch or not a witch. You look in the glass and you see in it what you see.
Saw Mother Noakes.
Prove she's a witch then.
So what you came to see? Is your mind easy?
I need to ask you something private. It's about my... It's gone. I can't do anything with it. And I haven't for some time, and I accepted that. But now, it is completely gone. There's a girl bewitched me, and she's daughter of that witch. And I've heard how witches sometimes get a whole box full, and they twitch and move by themselves. And the witch feeds them oats and hay. And there was one witch told a man in my condition to climb a tree, and he'd find a nest with several in it, and to pick which one he wanted. And when he picked the big one, she said, no, not that one, because that belongs to the parish priest. I don't want a big one, I want my own back, and this witch has it!
You better go and ask her nicely for it back.
Is that all you can say? Can't you force her to give it me?
It's sure to come back. You go ask her nicely for it, she'll give it you back. I'll give you a little potion to take.
Kill her else.
Oh, that's foul. Don't know. Stay there, whatever is it?
Do you know why you've come?
I was passing.
Why are you passing?
Can't I pass by your door now? Time was it was always open for me.
And what's that?
A foul stink. What are you making? I thought, come and see you, and I was passing. I don't want any trouble between us. I thought, come and see her, make it all right.
You come to see me because of that. That's my piss boiling and 2 feathers of your chicken burning. The foul stink brings a witch. If you've come to see me because of that, proves you have a spell against me. And now I'll get the spell off. Do you know how?
Come and see you, make it all right.
But you, that's how! Get away! Can't hurt me now! And if that doesn't take the spell off, I'll burn your thatch!
Are you sure it was him? You said you didn't know him then? I did when I saw him. Riding. Couldn't see him close. Close enough to be spattered with his mud.
But he didn't show he knew you.
Pretended not to.
It was it.
It was him.
It was him. And you don't know the beautiful lady?
I'll know her again. Scratch her eyes if I come at her.
What was she wearing?
What was she wearing? How should I know? A fine, rich dress made her beautiful, I suppose. Are you trying to plague me?
Was he still in all black?
Blue velvet jacket.
Ah, blue velvet.
Yes, damn you, I said that before. Are you stupid? Oh, for God's sake, now what is it? Are you crying? Shouldn't I be crying?
It's not your fault, honey. I cry all the time.
Susan, you're still weak, that's what it is. It's the blood you've lost. You should rest more.
No, I don't want him to know.
Doesn't he know?
Well, he may guess, but I didn't ask. He was out all day that day. I told him I was ill, but not why.
It's done anyway.
Can't be undone.
You're not sorry now.
I don't know.
You'd be a fool to be sorry.
I am sorry. I'm wicked and you're wicked.
Susan, you're tired out, that's all. You're not wicked. You'd have to cry more to have it. All the extra work, another baby.
I like babies.
And you have plenty more, God. You have plenty. What's the use of crying?
You cried for that lover.
I'm not now. I'd sooner kill him. If I could get at him. If thoughts could get at him, he'd feel it.
I'm so tired, Ali.
Do you think it's true thoughts can reach someone?
What are you thinking of?
Like if I had something of his, I could bring him. Or harm him.
Oh, don't try that.
But of nothing of his. I'd have to make a puppet.
Don't talk so. Oh, don't, Ali, when I'm so tired.
Does it have to be like? Is it like just if you say it's like?
Alice.
If I take this wet mud, it's like clay. There should be at least a spider or some measure of bones, but what will do? Now, there's a man. See? There's a man shape. That's his head, and that's arms and legs.
I'm going home. Oh, I'm too tired to move.
You stay here and watch. This is the man. We know who, though we don't know his name. Now, there's a pin. Let's prick him. Where shall I prick him? Between the legs first, so he can't get on with his lady.
Oh, Alice, stop!
Once in the head to drive you mad. Shall I prick him in the heart? Do I want him to diet? Or just waste it, I please?
Stop!
Now look. You've broken him. You've killed him.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't!
All in pieces. Think of the poor man. Come apart.
No, I didn't, Alice, it was you!
If it was me, I don't care.
Oh no, Alice, what have you done? Alice!
It's not true, stupid. It's not him.
How do you know?
It's a bit of mud.
But you said!
That's just what.
You said!
No! I did nothing. I never do anything. Might be better if I did. Are you crying again? Susan, don't cry.
Little clay puppet, just like a little baby that can't live by itself and we just grumble it away.
Witch!
Are you drunk?
Give it back.
What?
Give it me back.
Why
You
not?
know what? You took it off me. I haven't been a man these past 3 months. You bewitched me. You took it from me.
Is he mad?
What is it?
What? Susan's ill. Will you leave us alone?
Everyone who comes near you is ill. Now give it me back!
How can I?
Ask you nicely, she said. I would, Alice, if you were good to me. I don't want any of this. Please, sweet Alice, give it me back.
What? How can I?
Give it me! Give it me! Give it me! Give it me!
Get off her! She got mad!
Give it me!
Oh. It's back.
It is back. Thank you, Alice. Oh, I didn't think you were a witch until then.
Alice, what are you doing? Alice? Alice? Alice!
Oh, it's nothing. He's mad. Oh, my neck, Susan. Oh, I'd laugh if it didn't hurt.
Don't touch me. I won't be touched by a witch!
Whereas if anyone has any complaints against a woman for a witch, let them go to the town hall. For a man is in town who's a famous finder of witches, and has had over 30 witches hanged in country round. And he will decide if they are or no. Whereas if anyone has any complaint against
Killed my car!
Struck me in the head!
Lamed my hand!
Struck me in the stomach!
Bewitched my organ!
When I boiled my urine, she came!
When I bloodied her, it made my hand well!
Burnt her for that!
Susan, her friend, is possessed. They screaming and crying, and 2 days without speaking.
Susan's baby turned blue and his limbs twisted and it died.
There was a boy, called them witch and threw stones. Next day he vomited pins and straw.
Bruce had the cash she has in her bed and sends it to people's dairies.
And rats is her imp.
The great storm last night brought a tree down in the lane. Who made that out of a clear sky?
She bewitched me of a monster and
It's
took
a
my
story.
Thank God! I thank God that He has brought me again where I am needed. Don't be afraid anymore. You have been in great danger, but the devil can never overcome the faithful. For God, in His mercy, has shown me a wonderful way of finding witches, which is to find the place on the body of the witch made insensitive to pain by the devil, so that if you prick that place with a pin, there is no blood, and the witch feels nothing at all.
Prick her!
Prick the witch!
Prick her! Witch! Prick her!
Stop it, old woman!
Here, Goodman Haskins, here's her spot. Hardly a speck here.
How she cries, pretending it hurts.
Stand this one aside. We've others to attend to. Come on, witch. Next, please, Goodman.
Good. Why so much blood?
The devil's cunning here.
She's not crying much, she can't see it.
Oh, have I the spot though? Which is her spot? There. There. Oh, it's tiring work. Stand this one aside. Maybe others will speak out against her. If anyone knows more of this woman, why she might be a witch, I charge you, in God's name, to speak out against her, or the guilt of filthy witchcraft be upon you for concealing it.
I know something of her.
Don't be shy then, girl. Speak out.
Susan, what you doing? Don't speak and just don't have me! You have me!
Susan, you're witch!
See that?
She told me she made with the devil. She told me she made him like a man, and in the dog she made him. I did uncleanness with him, and after she's not been the same, but wanted to be with him. And she took me to the kind of women, and they made me take a foul potion to destroy the baby in my womb, and it was destroyed. And the kind of woman said she was going to teach Alice her wicked powers, and then not everybody could learn it, but Alice could, because she's a witch. And she gave her something to call upon the devil, and she made a puppet, and she stuck pins in it, and she said it was the devil, but it wasn't. It was my baby girl. And the next day she was sick, and her face all blue, and her lips all twisted, and she died. I don't listen.
These cunning women are worst of all. Everyone hates witches who do harm, but good witches they go to for help, and they come into the devil's power without knowing it. The infection will spread through the whole country if we don't stop it. Yes, all witches deserve death, and the good ones just as much as the bad. And you, girl, you went to this good witch, and you destroyed the child in your womb by witchcraft, which is a grievous offence. And you were present when this puppet was stuck with pins and consented to the death of your own baby daughter.
No! I didn't! I didn't mean her any harm! Oh, if I cursed them, I cursed them for crying sometimes. I would take it back if I could have them back. Please, I didn't mean her any harm.
You can't take your curses back. You cursed her to death! That's 2 of your children you've killed, and what other harm have you done? Don't look so amazed. You'll speak soon enough. We'll prick you as you pricked your babies!
There's no man who finds more witches than Mr. Henry Packer. It's in the looks, he says, though he has many other ways than that. He's read all the books and he's travelled. And he says, the reason why there's so much witchcraft in England, England's too soft with its witches. For in other countries, they use thumbscrews, racks, and bootikins, which is said to be the worst pain in the world. It's placed between ankle and knee, and it's driven tighter and tighter and tighter, till the legs are crushed as might be. But in England, we don't have such thorough ways. Our ways are slower. But we get there in the end, especially when a skillful man like Mr. Henry Packer's under them. He's well worth the 20 shillings a time. And I get the same, which is nice of him to insist on. Though people do say, what? A price of a cow to have a witch hanged? And I say, think of the damage of witches to your property. Just £2, and our expenses at the inn. Think of all the money you'll be saving. Yes, it is interesting being a searcher and doing good at the same time whilst earning a living. No, it's better than staying home and working. I stay healthy by keeping the country healthy. It's an honour to work with such a great profession.
I could ask to Miss Mum. They think the water won't keep a witch in for Christ's baptism's sake. So if a woman floats, she's a witch. And if she sinks, they have to let her go. I could sink. Any fool can sink. It's how to sink without drowning. It's whether they get you out. No! Why should I ask to be half drowned? I've done nothing! I'll explain to them what it is I do. It's healing, not harm. There's no devil in it.
better confess, my dear. For he'll have you watch night and day. And nothing makes a body so wretched than not sleeping. I'm tired myself. If you're to stay as you are, you'll be damned eternally. And better a little pain now than damned eternal. She's an obstinate young witch, this one. On the second night, she tires her body out.
Go and sleep, Goodman. I'll watch her a while.
You're a considerate man, Mr. Packer. We'll earn our money.
I'm not a hard man. But I like my confessions, so I'm easy in my mind I've done right.
Where's my boy?
He's safe with good people.
He wants me.
He's safe from the devil.
I want
where
him.
you'll never come.
I want him.
Why won't you confess and make this shorter?
It isn't true.
Tell me your familiars. Tell me your imps' names. I won't let them plague you for telling. God will protect you if you repent.
I haven't any. Ah! I want my boy!
Then you should have stayed home with him at night, instead of going out after the devil.
I want him.
How could a mother be a filthy witch and put her child in danger?
I didn't.
Night after night, it's well known.
But what's going to happen to him? He's only got me.
He should have a father. Who's his father? Speak up. Who's his father?
I don't know.
You must speak.
I don't know.
You must confess. What's that? What's that? A black spider, a huge black one, and it ran off when it saw a godly man. Deny if you can that spider's one of your imps.
No.
Then why should it come? Tell me that.
I want my boy.
Why? Why do you keep on about the boy? Who's his father? Is the devil his father?
No! 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 No!
I will have the child come to see me in the morning. If he's not the devil's child, he will speak against you. I'll watch you. I've watched plenty of witches and hanged them all. I'll get that spider too if it comes back!
There. That's the second arm done. Still no mark yet. Though the devil hides his marks in all types of places. The more secret, the better he likes it. Though I knew a woman who had two great big marks on her shoulder and neck so everyone could see. And a woman last week who had a great big lump on her breast, like holy teat, where the devil sucked her. She had a black one and a white one. And at first when I squeezed it, white stuff came out, like milk. And then blood, for she fed those horrid creatures on milk and blood. Now, let's see what devil's marks in your private part. Let's see what devil's marks there.
What devil's marks?
No need to shade the other. For she has three bigs, almost an inch long where the devil sucked her. And a bloody place on her side, where she cannot deny she cut a lump off so I wouldn't find it.
Stinking old witch, I won't look myself. Is there nothing here?
She's clean. But yet we'll shave her and see what devil's marks.
though a mark is a sure sign